All right, let's jump right into this explainer. Today we're going on a seriously awe-inspiring trip, straight through the eyes of the prophet Enoch. We're talking about his wildly vivid first-person narrative where he's taken all the way up into the magnificent sixth heaven. And what he finds there, it's not just, harps and fluffy clouds. He encounters this massive, magnificent host of celestial beings who are literally running a highly structured operational universe. So get comfortable, because we're about to look at how the ancients visualized the actual gears of the cosmic order.
So, Enoch's very first impression of this realm, it is utterly blinding. I mean, as soon as he crosses into the sixth heaven, he's met with 7 bands of incredibly bright, glorious angels. He actually writes that their faces are shining more than the sun's shining, which, if you think about it, is just a fantastic way to describe a radiance that totally breaks our human brains. Imagine stepping into a room where the beings themselves are brighter than the center of our solar system. That's the sheer, mind-boggling scale we're dealing with here.
But here's a really fascinating detail. Enoch points out this profound uniformity across these 7 bands of angels. He says there's absolutely zero difference in their faces, their behavior, or even how they dress. They are perfectly identical. And this is crucial because it paints a picture of perfect harmony and extreme discipline. In this sixth heaven, there's no chaos. There's no rogue angel doing their own thing. It's just a brilliant, unified collective, functioning exactly as they were designed to.
Part 1. Cosmic Order. Divine Administrators.
Now, Enoch quickly figures out that these beings, they aren't just passively standing around looking glowing and majestic. No, they are the essential mechanics, the active divine administrators of the cosmos. As radiant archangels, they are the ones issuing the orders and physically governing the laws of the universe. They are literally running the vast cosmic machine.
Just look at the scope of their responsibilities. They're actively governing the paths of the stars, managing the shifting phases of the moon, overseeing the revolution of the sun, basically ensuring the good government of the entire world. They're making sure the sun keeps spinning and the stars stay in their lanes, so to speak. They keep the physical world from falling apart. So it's a universe governed not by blind random physics, but by these highly attentive, radiant administrators.
Part 2. Architects of Morality. Divine Instruction. But here's where it gets really interesting. They aren't just handling astrophysics. They are the architects of morality. And when they see human evildoing down on Earth, they don't strike back with, say, flaming swords or physical weapons. Instead, they battle darkness by making commandments, issuing instruction, and, get this, pouring out sweet, loud singing. Songs of praise. They literally counteract human wickedness and sin by injecting beautiful, harmonious praise right into the cosmos. It's like using divine harmony to push back against human discord.
And Enoch makes sure to emphasize that these aren't your everyday run-of-the-mill messengers. These are the archangels who are above angels. Their authority is absolutely staggering. They have the immense job of measuring all life in heaven and on earth. Just let that sink in for a second. Measuring all life. They are evaluating, sustaining, and quantifying existence itself across both the physical and spiritual realms.
Part 3. Ecosystem Guardians. Earthly Duties.
So bringing it back down to Earth, this breaks down their terrestrial domains perfectly. There's a direct pairing between our physical world and angelic function. You've got angels specifically appointed over the passage of time, the seasons and the years. You have angels overseeing the rivers and the sea. There are even angels in charge of the fruits of the earth and, literally, every blade of grass. And their ultimate goal in all this? Giving food to every living thing. They micromanage the natural world to ensure the absolute health of all living ecosystems.
And moving from nature to us, humanity, they also act as the ultimate divine record keepers. Enoch observes specific angels whose entire job is writing down all the souls of men, all their deeds and their lives right before the Lord's face. Nothing slips through the cracks. Every single human action is carefully documented. It really highlights this ancient worldview where what we do is deeply intertwined with the cosmic order, constantly watched over by these radiant overseers.
Part 4. The Heavenly Choir. Continual Praise.
Now we reach the climax of the vision, and the number 6 echoes powerfully here. Enoch notes that standing right in the midst of these administrative angels are 6 phoenixes, 6 cherubim, and 6 six-winged ones. So we're suddenly introduced to these completely mysterious, awe-inspiring creatures that exist at the absolute center of this heavenly hierarchy.
So what exactly are these mysterious phoenixes and cherubim doing? Well, they're engaged in constant, harmonious worship. Enoch says they are continually singing with one voice. But here's the funny thing. After giving us all these incredibly precise details about the sun, the moon, and rivers, he finds himself totally speechless here. He just straight up admits it is not possible to describe their singing. It's a sound of such pure, unified perfection that human language just completely fails.
This final observation really beautifully ties this whole explainer together. Enoch notes that all these magnificent beings rejoice before the Lord at his footstool. It shows us an ancient perspective where the universe isn't some cold, empty, random void. Actually, it's a meticulously managed, deeply joyful, and living ecosystem. From the altering of the moon to a tiny blade of grass, right up to the indescribable songs of the phoenixes, everything is working in joyous harmony. As we wrap up this journey through the sixth heaven, it leaves us with a pretty fascinating thought about our own lives under the watchful eyes of the cosmos. According to Enoch, these archangels are measuring all life and recording every single deed. So it really begs the question, if our universe had these same divine administrators observing our world today, what exactly would they be recording about us? Definitely something to chew on as you go about your day. Thanks for joining me for this explainer, and as always, keep questioning and keep learning.